SMT Nation, we back. Nation, AT&T presented today at the Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference, and I'm not always able to sit through these, and sometimes, guys, they are just so boring, so long, drawn out, and prepared, you know, lack of good questions, lack of legitimate answers. So I just want to go through the highlights that are provided here on the Yahoo Finance page. Let's see if we're getting, you know, confirmation of things from the past, anything new, right? The important things, the takeaways. We'll do that here in today's video. Link for the Yahoo Finance article will be provided in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. You, of course, can like and share this content, and that helps out the channel as well. All right, Jeff McElfresh, he's an AT&T executive, and he was talking today. I think what they call these like fireside chats, whatever. All right, so this is the Chief Operating Officer of AT&T describing their strategy in driving sustainable and profitable growth. After all, this is an investor conference. All right, let's see what they say here. First point, the company continues to see healthy demand for world-class connectivity through 5G and fiber. All right, so they're growing in both parts of their business. Both of those items are true. We've seen those results quarter after quarter. All right, next, $21 to $22 billion in CapEx. All right, now a lot of companies are flirting with CapEx reductions. That's really what companies want to do. That's what investors want to hear. However, I don't believe AT&T can actually reduce CapEx. I don't think they're in a position to do that. For their goals in fiber and for their goals in 5G, they simply cannot reduce CapEx. They are the only carrier that I could say legitimately in the 5G network builds cannot afford to reduce CapEx. In fact, with respect to wireless, they actually need to accelerate their CapEx. In my opinion, they should just take a little bit off of fiber and put it into wireless until they close the gap between them and their competitors. That's just my take. So they may want to reduce CapEx. They may reduce it slightly. Maybe they aim for the low end of the 21 billion and not the 22. But there is no way, no how they could possibly even think about going under $20 billion. Their competitors are just going to continue to eat them alive, right? With respect to creating capacity on the network and being able to support their growing consumer base, right? So those things are important. Let's see here. Additionally, talks about the free cash flows. That was a really good thing for them in 2023, so no complaints there. With respect to the Open RAN network operations with Ericsson and that deal, kind of spoke to that. They see an opportunity to potentially pass an incremental 10 to 15 million consumer business fiber locations, so you know they're expecting growth there. They're on track to 30 plus million fiber locations passed by the end of 25, so they're reiterating that. This allows you to put into perspective that thing we discussed in respect to CapEx. Over the past 5 years, from 2019 to 2023 and now moving forward, AT&T has invested $145 billion in its wireless and wireline networks, including capital investments and acquisitions of wireless spectrum. So, C-band, DoD, radio access network gear, antennas, radios, laying fiber, all the things for FirstNet involved, right? Modernizing, updating, building, $145 billion. And folks, in some ways, they still lag parts of the industry. That's how fierce the setback was when AT&T failed in the Warner Media situation, when they failed in the satellite industry, when they did all of that. It set them back so much. They have spent all this money, and in some ways, they still lag the industry. All right, so it's just crazy to think about that, right? Confident to deliver on all financial guidance as of the earnings report 2024, so it looks like no adjustments made. Incremental efficiencies, $2 billion plus in run cost savings. Okay, so that means more layoffs probably. That means the Open RAN network offering synergies and those types of things. Talking about the EBITDA in the 2.5x range. I know Verizon says some of the same and similar language descriptions. The rest seems pretty normal. We just got a little bit of disclosure here on the Internet Air. It says AT&T Internet Air now available in parts of 60 markets. We've been following that, but no details on it. See, this is what I'm talking about. If I was going to sit there and go through the entire investor conference where they were discussing all these things, that would have been a waste of an hour of my time and a waste of an hour of your time. Now we know exactly what they did. Anyways, what do you find telling, compelling, interesting, intriguing from the disclosures from the COO, Jeff McElfresh? Sound off in the comment section below. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.